Hello, my name is Christopher Reeves. I am an American citizen with Native American and German ancestry, and today I would like to talk to you a little bit about the latter of those two things, the wonderful country of Germany. Now, to do this, I will talk about the vibrant culture of Germany. I will talk about the beautiful scenery that you can find within the country itself. And finally, I will talk about the scientific relevance that has emerged from this country in the past 100 years that we still feel the effects of today in modern culture. Now, when discussing Germany, you cannot leave out the vibrant culture that the people of Germany have, especially when you're talking about the things that they do in particular to celebrate. Now, one of my favorite things is how they celebrate Oktoberfest. Now, in America, we do something similar that we call the same thing, but it's a little bit different. In Germany, it's a 16-week festival starting from the end of September to the beginning of October, hence Oktoberfest, spelled differently. But during their version, like I said, it's 16 weeks, and during this span of time, thousands and thousands and thousands of people can be found along the square that they hold everything, and it's often found in, I think, 6 different places at one time, so it's very, very hard to miss. But in these places, they have things like beer stands, they have games, they sell things, and in particular, during this time, they sell things that are very, very true to their culture, and it's all very, very interesting things. Um, there's some stereotypical things like the beer-related things that you'll often find here in America that they kind of push into their things as well. But you can see the difference because it's just a little bit more well done there. And I think it's a very, very beautiful thing, even though some people often put a stigma on it. But when looking at their culture in general, it's very, very easy to get lost in, and it's very, very interesting. Secondly, whenever you're talking about Germany, you cannot leave out the beautiful scenery that you find throughout the country, especially the mountain ranges. Now, these mountains are often regarded as some of the most beautiful in all of Europe, and like the Swiss Alps, they have a snowy range that people often go to do mountain climbing, they do snowboarding and skiing, and it's all extremely beautiful, and you cannot find things like this really anywhere else. And to tie into my previous point about their culture, it is a huge part of their culture and something that they all seem to love and enjoy and embrace in a way that you wouldn't expect from a Central European country like Germany. But it's a very, very beautiful thing. It's a lot of fun to go visit these places, to look at the mountains. Also, on the subject of scenery, the cities within Germany are particularly beautiful. If you go to Munich in particular, they have many, many tall buildings, they have many museums that showcase their culture and their history, their vibrant history that they have, and all of these things just show how creative they are and how wonderfully designed the country itself seems to be. In the last 100 years, Germany has produced many, many scientists that have revolutionized our way of thinking and the way we do things in our everyday lives. Scientists like Erwin Schrödinger, Max Planck, and Albert Einstein, who in 1905 had his miracle year, where he put out a series of papers, one with his famous E equals mc squared formula, a second with his special theory of relativity, which would later lead to his general theory of relativity, and finally, and what I believe to be most importantly, is the photoelectric effect. The photoelectric effect is responsible for many things that we now today take for granted, like barcodes, the GPS in your phone that links to a satellite. Many things like this are things that we don't often think about, but some of us wonder where did these things come from, and they came from none other than the great country of Germany. To conclude, being half German, I can't help but see what a beautiful place this country is, and I'm very, very proud to call it part of my lineage. And when you take into account the beautiful, beautiful culture that it has, the amazing scenery that you find within the country itself, and then the incredible scientific history that the country has, you can't help but see what a beautiful place it is, too. Thank you all very, very much for your time.